week number 14 film review. We start with a pretty bad play for the Giants. It's the Marcus Golden sack fumble. Former Giant Marcus Golden, I should say. So Golden's right down here. We'll take a look at this later. There's a whole cluster of guys, and they obviously left Golden unblocked here. It's a shame, though, because if you look at the top of the screen here, I think this is Slayton. He was open on an in route, and we'll take a look at it. And right there, he's breaking. Jones was looking his way, going to throw here. Would have been a first down, but as we see, Marcus Golden got there before that was even possible. So let's look at the angle that really gives away everything here. So obviously, there's only 3 guys on this side. They have like 5 over here, 6 if you include the safety. But basically, they just leave him unblocked. And Evan Ingram's running a route, so he doesn't count. But what probably should have happened was Caden Smith should have been on Marcus Golden. Then you put him here, him here, him here. But that's not the way they did it. All these guys kind of crashed inwards on these 3 guys and left Marcus Golden open. So I don't know what was going on there. You can tell they were communicating. You can look at it before right here. You can watch the right about here. I think it starts with Fleming maybe says something. But there's communication going on here. You can tell. Fleming right here is communicating to Toilolo. Toilolo's communicating to Smith. Hold down the line. They should know what's going on, but they leave the outside linebacker unblocked. And it's not Wayne Gallman's responsibility. He's not really meant to be a pass blocker on this play. He hesitates for a little bit to see if there's a linebacker blitzing probably. Sees that's not happening, then goes out for a pass. So obviously something went wrong here on the right side of the offensive line / tight ends. And they left Marcus Golden unblocked. So unacceptable, not good to see, and that's a bad way to get the game started for sure. So after that fumble, the Giants had this awesome goal line stand. It's 4th and 1 on the 1 yard line, I guess it is. Ball on the 1. So let's take a look. They do a little trick play with Kyler Murray here. I think they acted like they were doing an end around here, but it didn't happen. I thought it was Kirk, honestly. Maybe they bring him back around? Yeah, they bring him back around. So he fakes a handoff here. He's fakes a handoff there. Murray keeps the ball. Now, the Giants are in man coverage. You see, I see a 3. So Logan Ryan on the tight end probably right here. Now, here's where he's going with the ball. I don't know who 19 is. It might be Keyshawn Johnson. I'm not really sure. But here's Bradbury, who's trailing him by a few yards. And then watch the makeup speed. It's awesome. I mean, Kyler probably could have led him to the sideline more, but Bradbury makes an awesome play. It looked like Tay Crowder was the one that got that last-second pressure on him. I don't know where Tay is on this play. I guess he's right here. So he was right there. I'm going to see where he was. He was helping on the tight end, then came off him, tried to go for Murray, forced him into, a quicker throw than he wanted it to be. And the Giants get that goal line stand. Let's take a look at the end zone view, what type of pressure they were getting. Dexter Lawrence, Leonard Williams, Dalvin Tomlinson, Coughlin. Let's take a look. I mean, camera got fooled. Let's just first and foremost say that. The camera got absolutely fooled on that one. They got lost in the sauce. But let's see. Kyler got the ball here. I mean, not much pressure outside. I mean, Williams was over there. Of course, Tay Crowder. But the main man on this play was honestly James Bradbury, who right here, I mean, look, if Kyler threw this ball out here, it's probably a touchdown. I don't know why he waited, but he didn't put a lot of velocity on the ball, left it up for grabs, and Bradbury was able to get back in there and make a play. So an awesome job on the recovery by Bradbury, and the Giants got a big goal line stand in the first quarter. So wanted to give some love here for Carter Coffin, a nice play on a run stop. I think it was a 4 or 5 yard loss on Kenyon Drake going to the left. Now he breaks away from the Williams block, and it was an awful block, awful attempt. Gets his legs. Really nice stop. I mean, there's not much to go over there, honestly, but, Max Williams with a terrible attempt, honestly. He just kind of whiffs on that one. And he's able to keep his balance, goes for the legs, gotta love that. Doesn't get any extra yardage, and an awesome play by Carter Coughlin right there. It's been a nice surprise for the Giants, honestly. He wasn't tremendous on Sunday, but made a couple nice plays like this one. So I'm going to try and go over most of the sacks that the Giants gave up in this game. Here's the first one on a 3rd and 5 in the first quarter. Now, this is one that I think you can pin on Daniel Jones. I think there was a chance to go one-on-one here with Slayton. And he looked his way, too, which is the part that annoyed me, because when you look at the end zone view, you can tell that Jones was, triple clutching in the pocket, deciding whether he should go deep or not. And, you have to learn to throw guys open at some points. And Jones does that sometimes. He did it with Golden Tate in this, same game. You got to throw guys open. If you make a perfect throw here to Slayton, now watch Slayton on the bottom of the screen. They're in a bunch here, but Slayton's right here. And come back around here, run deep down the right sideline. He's one-on-one. Now, if you lead him out with a great pass, because he does have a bit of a step on him, outside towards the sideline, and he has half a step on his guy, there's a chance you make that completion. But he holds on to the ball too long. They give up the sack eventually. Now let's take a look. I'll show you guys what I was looking at. So you can see Jones like triple clutch, in the pocket when this play is called. Take a look right about there, right here. Those like 2 seconds when he was looking that way, you got to let the ball go. I mean, there's really not much else I can say to defend them. The offensive line was pretty good on this play. Like, that's a lot of time in the pocket for the NFL, honestly. So let's take a look one more time. Right down here. I mean, I know he's not quote-unquote open, but there's a lot of times on deep balls where guys aren't open, and you got to just trust your receiver to make a 50-50 play. And that's one where they probably should have given him a chance. If you throw a pick there, so what? It's essentially a punt. They're going to get the ball at, the 35, 30, so what? Take the chance. Better than taking a sack. So let's see who actually gave up the sack, because it's not like... I don't think the offensive line really deserves blame for this play, but we'll just take a look at what happened because I was not looking at the offensive line too much. It probably was Will Hernandez's guy, but it's like how much, let's just count how long he has. 1 Mississippi, 2 Mississippi, 3 Mississippi, 4 Mississippi. I mean, 4 point something seconds is enough time, honestly. I can't blame Will Hernandez for giving up this pressure on the twist. I really can't. So it is what it is. I mean, nice to see Andrew Thomas do a good job on Golden, but... yeah, got to get rid of the ball there. Give your guy a chance. Give your guy a shot. Darius Slayton's a pretty good wide receiver. Give him the chance right there. Take the chance. But unfortunately, that was a sack. So that last play we looked at was also a third down. This was a third down as well. The last one was a 3rd and 5. I think this is a 3rd and 6. And this is one where I absolutely have to point the finger at Daniel Jones. I'm going to be fair, but I think we all know this play. This man right here is going to be wide open. No one's even on him. There was also a chance to go at Sterling Shepard, who is, I guess, right here or here. I don't know what guy he is, but he was running over the middle, and he had a linebacker on him. That would have been a nice place to throw the ball. But watch Dion Lewis. He has nobody on him whatsoever. Kirkpatrick, the safety, is going to go with Ingram. And I don't know if his guy tripped or what. I don't know if Marcus Golden or Jordan Hicks was supposed to get him. It might have been Hicks, honestly, and he just fell. I don't even know. But he's wide open. You have to kind of recognize that. And Sterling Shepard, who is right here, is guarded by a linebacker over the middle of the field. Now, right here, if you lay out a good pass, that's also a first down. First down marker's at the 20. He goes for Ingram, who was just blanketed by Kirkpatrick on this play. And, yeah, I mean, that's incomplete. So... yeah, I mean, he had enough time to make this play. You have Dion Lewis wide open. His guy falls. I think that's his guy. And you have Sterling Shepard on a linebacker running the drag across the middle. You have to throw to one of those guys and not Evan Ingram, who's very tightly guarded the whole play. So we'll take a look at the offensive line. I think he had enough time to make this throw. I really do. So we'll take a look right here. Let's see how much time he actually had. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, definitely enough time. Yeah, I mean, that's just bad, And I know the guy's playing injured, but, once again, I mean, I had an argument with somebody about this in the comments, and I said, what does fumbling have to do with your hamstring injury? I could see if it was a hand, a wrist, a forearm injury, but, your hamstring should not influence you fumbling the ball. It should only influence it because you can't bounce out the pocket as easy. I get that aspect of it, but... yeah, I don't know. You're just not finding the open guy. I can't blame the injury on that. You have to kind of survey the field and realize that, oh, crap, Dion Lewis's guy just fell to the ground. Let me look to the left where he's wide open. Or even the guy running over the middle of the field and Sterling Shepard had to step on his guy. And that's a mismatch, right? I mean, that's a guy who would have been open. See how much, space he would have had? But no, it doesn't go that way. So very frustrating. Another 3rd down missed opportunity for the Giants. Here was the Dan Arnold touchdown after the Dion Lewis fumble. Arnold's right here. It looks like the Giants are in man coverage, and if I had to pin this on somebody, it's probably Logan Ryan, who might have got caught peeking in the backfield too much, but I don't know what he was doing right there. He just cuts in. Arnold just goes, okay, I'll go behind you, and he was left open. And the Giants had a lot of guys around him, but he came down with a nice catch. Awesome design, though, by Patrick Graham. Look at all these guys at the line. We have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys maybe. Yeah, 7 guys I think it is. And you don't know who's coming or who's not. They got basically 2 or 3 free rushers at Murray and forced him into an off-balance backpedaling throw. And, he still got it completed because Logan Ryan, I feel like, kind of just left his guy. And you see McKinney, you see Cam Brown, somebody else as well had some pressure. Who was that over there with the 36? Who's 36? I don't know who these people are. Whoever 36 is got some pressure as well. Good job. I'll find out after this who that is. But, yeah, I mean, look, the Giants probably should have prevented this from happening. I don't know if it's specifically Logan Ryan's fault, but seeing that everyone else was in man coverage there, I'd have to imagine that Logan Ryan was responsible for Dan Arnold. And I don't know what happened. I don't know why he got behind him, but he did, and the Cardinals got a touchdown off of that. So the answer was Montre Hartage. If you got that one right, then good for you. You're probably yelling at me, Mike, it's Montre. But yeah, sorry, I didn't know. Anyway, so here's another sack given up by the Giants' offensive line. This one definitely was more on the offensive line. You can argue he could have went with the out route to Ingram right there and the first down marker there. So yes, that throw could have been made, but no. I mean, the offensive line really was crap on this play. Specifically, Matt Parrott, and we've talked about this in the past. I've even heard Bobby Skinner mention this as well, who does a lot of great offensive line breakdowns. You don't see Matt Parrott getting beat inside too much, like his left shoulder. But what he does is he will get beat outside sometimes, and I think this is Hassan Reddick, the guy who had 5 sacks against us. He gets beat outside. So watch, he kind of caves in right there, leans too far to his left, off balance, and Reddick just basically gets around him. And Jones, being more immobile in this game, can't get out of that. And, it's like having Eli Manning back there once again. The Giants had to have a perfect offensive line in this game. A lot of it was not perfect. We'll watch Andrew Thomas, Will Hernandez trying to handle this stunt right here. It looks like Thomas did a pretty good job at it because if Jones was healthy, he'd be able to bounce out left right here. But even Marcus Golden was left by Will Hernandez. So the offensive line was just terrible on that play. So, yeah, the only thing they could have went to, honestly, was Evan Engram right away, but the offensive line has to be much better on that play. Here was the Kenyon Drake 36-yard run. The score was 13-0 at this point, but after this run, it was kind of like, yeah, that's kind of the dagger. They're in the third quarter. There was 12 minutes left. A lot of time left, but the Giants had no life on offense, so it kind of was like after this, it's like, yeah, this game's probably over. So I think the missed tackle was Julian Love right here. I think that's the guy. We'll take a look at it. Yes, it was. Yeah, he just flat out missed a tackle. Can't have that. Jabril Peppers misses it. That's hard, of course. And then Logan Ryan kind of finishes it up. But let's take a look from the other angle. It looks like Julian Love was the guilty guy on that play, honestly. Dexter Lawrence is getting double-teamed. Austin Johnson, can't really get there. Martinez, I guess, kind of picked the wrong hole in a way. But I do like how he kind of bounced him outside. I get that. So, can't blame him. You expect your safety to come up and make this tackle. Now, it would have been a nice gain of like 4 or 5 yards, but at the same time, when you're right here against this guy, you got to make that tackle. No excuses. And, he beat him to the outside. He even trips his teammate, and, Kenyon Drake picks up a lot of yards. So, yes, the reason Kenyon Drake got that big run was most likely Julian Love, who I do like, but he's kind of been underwhelming this year, I'm not going to lie. But, you got to make that tackle next time. So here were 2 positive plays for the Giants. One of them was a Wayne Gallman run for, I forget how much it was, maybe 14, 15, 16 yards. It was a pretty good run, honestly. I don't know how much it was. They bring Shepard in the block, and let's see. A lot of guys right here. This is the window right here where you're supposed to go. Marcus Golden's basically left one-on-one. You have Shepard blocking the safety, and when your guys are blocking like this and sealing off like this, it's easy. And you see Shepard maybe could have went that way, but he broke that arm tackle, got around another guy. Hicks cleaned up the tackle, but really nice job by the Giants' offensive line. You see a lot of guys crash inwards. I think Lemieux, Thomas, even Nick Gates seal off this entire side right here, run behind those guys, and it's easy. Really, a really good job right there by the offensive line, who once again didn't have the best game, but sometimes they look pretty good. This was a 3rd and 4. Golden Tate had the long catch. We'll take a look. It looks like man coverage, based on what I'm seeing right now in the beginning at least. Might have been one high safety. Actually, yeah, it probably was because this guy was on Ingram. So Golden Tate's going to have the one-on-one, and Jones takes the shot right here. Now he has a step, so this is the right guy to go to. And really nice catch, honestly. That's a great catch. Byron Murphy did all he could, but a really nice catch right there by Golden Tate. And the offensive line looked like they gave him a lot of time. So we'll take a look at the offensive line and see what they did exactly. They sent only 3 guys, it looked like, if I saw that correctly. This guy backed up. 1, 2, 3. Only 3 guys, 5 blockers. Let's see what the right side did. Kem Fleming got him outside. I think that's Devon Kennard, former Giant, actually. Really nice catch. But, yeah, it seems like everyone else did a good job. Lemieux and Thomas are on one guy. They got him to the ground. That's great. It's like they're doing a good job locking up his guy. So, yeah, awesome play by the Giants offense right there. And then, as we know, Dion Lewis got the touchdown on the very next play. So here was another sack on third down, and the offensive line was not good on this play, to put it lightly. So the Cardinals are in man coverage. They dropped one linebacker, who I think's Hicks right here. They have one high safety, which means they send 5 guys, and Andrew Thomas and I think Kevin Zeitler were the guys not doing a good job on this play. We'll take a look. So they're going to run a stunt on the left side here. I think eventually Marcus Golden ends up with Zeitler, but he doesn't do his job on this play. And yeah, he's too late getting back over. And if you saw the left side of the line, Andrew Thomas did a terrible job. So he just got beat outside right here by Reddick. Kind of missed his punch, was not good with the hands, didn't square himself. And once you miss that first punch, it's pretty hard to get back. He tried. I'll give him credit for at least trying to get back and reestablish his position. But by that point, it was too late. And Daniel Jones had no chance whatsoever. So we'll take a look. When the pressure was there, right? I mean, Daniel Jones had nowhere to go with this ball. None. Like, you can't go here. If this was a deep route, I would say maybe, because the cornerback has his head turned, but he was running like a curl. So you can't go there. You really can't go here. There's like nowhere to go with the ball. No one was open. So I really can't blame the quarterback. It's clearly the offensive line on that play. So Andrew Thomas got to be better. You'd expect Zeitler to be better, but I think Zeitler's with this guy too long on that play. Zeitler definitely was with this guy too long. Like, he got to break off sooner. And yeah, Marcus Golden had a free lane, and basically so did Reddick. So here was a big DeAndre Hopkins catch for 41 yards, and he did a lot of his damage not on James Bradberry. I think there's like a false narrative by some people that James Bradberry got lit up in this game. He was on his side, but he came across the field here and made the catch, and the Giants were in zone coverage here. I don't know who to blame for this play. It's either Yadam or Tate Crowder, and I don't really think it was Yadam, and I don't think it was Crowder. Like, I don't really know who to blame for this play, because here's the thing. It's a 2nd and 9. Now, if Tate Crowder backs up here, then you have a guy wide open underneath to pick up the first down most likely, because the first down marker's at the 38. But Yadam, I mean, I know they had a high safety, which kind of makes it seem like Yadam should have probably stayed in his area right here. But at the same time, when you see your guy running a deep post route, it's kind of hard not to stay with him. So I get it. And then you have a wide open Hopkins just running back here. Maybe the main victim is the Giants' defensive line for getting no pass rush whatsoever, because Murray had good amount of time. Yeah, like, there was no pressure until Jabril Peppers came in at the last minute. But let's look at the defensive line here. Let's take a look. So Lawrence was in there. I want to see what what numbers were in there. Lawrence, Johnson, Hill, Coughlin, and Peppers, I think, yeah. And just none of them really got, I mean, there was a really great pocket there for Kyler Murray. So I think it's a mixture of a lot of things. I think the, defense they called probably wasn't the right thing at the right time, because you can't just leave the entire middle left side open for a guy like DeAndre Hopkins to be there. And look, the Cardinals ran a good play. I mean, you have to give them credit. You run a post route with Kirk, leave this guy. Let's take a look. Run a post route with Kirk, who I think is right here. Leave this side of the field open. Run your best receiver wide open over here where nobody's going to be covering him against zone. And yeah, I mean, it's just a good play by the Cardinals. So the Giants just called the wrong play at the wrong time. You clear out Yadam. You have an underneath guy here for the Cardinals, and you leave this area open. And there's DeAndre Hopkins, who was really good after the catch, and they picked up 41 yards. So definitely not the right play for the right time. The pass rush got to be better. But, when you depend on your hog mollies to get consistent pass rush, it's probably not going to be a good outcome for you. I know Leonard Williams has been great at it this year, but when you're relying on guys like Austin Johnson, Dexter Lawrence, and BJ Hill's a pretty good pass rusher. But when you're relying on those guys to get consistent pass rush, it's probably not going to end well, and this was an example of it. So the last 4 plays we're going to go over here. I mean, it's in 2 clips, but 4 plays is the offensive line giving up sacks, and we'll try to decipher what happened here. So this was when Daniel Jones was still in. Probably shouldn't have been out of the game at this point. Now, once again, they had an open Gallman, but there's no time because you already have Andrew Thomas getting beat. And they had an open Shepard. I think maybe the guy on the bottom might have been open too. I mean, there was a window to make this pass here because the safety's here, corner's here. So there was a window for that as well, but the offensive line was garbage on this play. And we'll take a look at Andrew Thomas first because I feel like that was the guy that gave up the pressure here. We'll take a look. That was an awesome move, honestly. I got to give Marcus Coleman some credit. He looked like he was going for a stunt and then just kicked it right back out. And then Thomas was completely fooled. I mean, I couldn't stop this and make him look really bad, right there. He was all shriveled up. He looked like a pencil on this play and just got right around him. I mean, there was no base whatsoever. But that wasn't even Thomas's guy. I see the whole right side broke down as well. Let's see if it was Zeitler maybe who was beat. So once again, they do a stunt. I don't know why the Giants had such trouble with stunts in this game. Like, they were fine with it the past month and a half, 2 months, and then now Kevin Zeitler, who's been in the league forever, just doesn't know how to handle a stunt all of a sudden. Like, what the hell's going on here? Like, this is bad. I don't know why this happened. Do we hire Mark Colombo back? No, I'm joking. But, like, what is going on here? Like, even Cam Fleming did a really good job holding his block, but, like, you look at Zeitler, and it's like, what the hell was going on? He got there too late once again. Like, we saw this probably a couple minutes ago from this video of, like, just Zeitler hanging on to his guy too long and not switching over to Reddick, and that once again gives up a sack. Like, I don't know why that happened twice in a row, basically, for a guy who's been around for a long time. So, not a good look. 2nd and 15. Jones is still in. No one else is in the backfield. 5 receivers out. Let's see what happens. Cardinals send 4. It looks, no, 5, 4. I think it was 4. There was a lot of time to throw there. Not a lot, but there was a good amount of time to throw. So I want to see who was open. Let's take a look. I would have said maybe try the seam, but I think he was kicking it out, yes. I mean, even, like, that's a tough throw to make because the safety's there. I want to see if that was a fly route. I mean, maybe try and go up there. I don't know. But by this point, he had a guy in his face, but there was enough time to make a throw here. So this might be one where I say that's more on the quarterback. You see Gallman's going to break out there, but he's not looking that way. So there were open guys on this play, I'm not going to lie, but we'll see the offensive line and what happened on this play with them. They had 4 pass rushers. I think they tried the stunt once again. They're like, we might as well just keep doing this. Yeah, they tried it again. This time they handled it nicely. Nick Gates helps Zeitler. Very good. I don't know if that is Lemieux. Does a good job here on his guy. They try like a late stunt, delayed stunt. And Lemieux did get beat eventually, but the way they passed this off at first was really good, so I did like that. And I guess he got around here. Yeah, so. But Jones did have a good amount of time to throw. Like, I'm not going to lie. Let's take a look. 1, 2, 3, 4. Like, once you get to that 4 number, it's like, yeah, that's enough time in the NFL. That's a good enough pocket. And I showed you guys this angle. There were some guys open. We saw Wayne Gallman break open. There was a chance here for Ingram. It would have taken a really nice throw, but, you know, even up here there was a chance for, I don't know which receiver that is. Is that Austin Mack? No, 87, Shepard. So he's open, right? Right here, like, you see the open pocket. You see the safety crashing down towards Ingram. Like, if he laid out a good deep ball here, there's a chance it gets completed, let's be honest, right? That's a clean pocket still. And you see right here, I don't know, like, he's looking in the backfield, this cornerback, so you have an open Shepard, right? I mean, that would have been a very, that could have been a touchdown, let's be honest. So, definitely not good. The offensive line could have been better, I get it, but I think Daniel Jones might be the one to blame there. So, like, we're kind of even right now with who's to blame. And I think the offensive line played worse, but Jones in that instance probably has to take a chance, just like that first play I showed you guys with Slayton. Got to take a chance, and that's one where he's looking at the left side. Got to take a chance. Don't triple clutch. Just throw the ball. Let it loose. You're down. God, how many points were they down at this point? They were down 23-7. 4th quarter, 6 minutes. Let it loose. Why are we playing conservative? It's not like you're up 23-7. Let it loose. Go. But no, just I don't know why he didn't throw it. But it is what it is. All right, so let's take a look at the last 2 sacks. I think this might have been Alex Tanney at this point. Not, I always say Alex Tanney. I'm terrible. Colt McCoy. I don't think he had any time to throw whatsoever on this play. I forget who it was. All right, it wasn't as bad as I thought, but still, I mean, not great. Let's see, who was possibly open? He looked here. Maybe could have made this, typical Jason Garrett throw where the guy runs a 5-yard curl. That would have been terrific. Out here, it was good coverage. That's not going to happen. Maybe there, but the pressure looks like it's already there. So let's take a look. The bottom guy right here had a step on his guy, but once again, I don't think there was much time. Now, if he got out the pocket, maybe could have made a throw down this right sideline, but, it didn't happen. So that's just me wishing. Let's see. They sent 4 guys. Thomas actually held up pretty well for a while. I mean, at the end, not really, but he tried. Ken Fleming was getting overpowered the entire time by Reddick, who won his 4th or 5th sack. I think that's his 4th, so we got that one. The interior guys seemed like they did a pretty good job. Zeitler did a good job. The 2 center and left guard, Lemieux, Gates doing a good job right here. But when your tackles play like crap, this is why tackles are much more important than interior guys, in my opinion, positional value. When your tackles are playing like crap, it really doesn't matter because the whole operation gets broken down. So, yeah. Not good by Fleming. Not great. I mean, Thomas did well in the beginning, right there, holding up. But then, like, right after this move right here, he kind of gave up pressure. So most likely on Fleming, but not good overall. We'll take a look at the last one. 1st and 10. Colt McCoy again. This might have been the one where he had no chance. I mean, yeah, that's Andrew Thomas getting just beaten to the outside once again. Not good. I'm not even going to bother looking at who was open because, like, you're not going to make a throw there. That's just pitiful. So we'll see Reddick against Thomas. And Thomas, for the second time in this film review, maybe third time, gets beat on the outside. Look at the punch once again. Like, I don't know. Like, right there, just misses. Flat out misses. And I guess they saw something on Thomas's film. And every time they basically acted like they were going to go straight into him, then went outside, and once Thomas missed that punch, it was just easy for him. I think he fumbled that ball, and the Cardinals got it, and they won the game after this. So I think everyone else did a pretty good job. The rest of the offensive line did a good job. They had one guy on the ground. They would have given that pressure here eventually to 45, but still, that was a pretty good pocket up until Andrew Thomas just getting beat outside once again. But watch his hands. It's terrible. No punch whatsoever. And Reddick beat him for the 100th time that game. So, not good. So, yeah, not a positive film review. I showed you guys some good plays. I showed Carter Coffin, the good Golden Tate throw. Some good stuff, but then there's stuff like this where you're supposed to be franchise left tackle. Looked like Eric Flowers today. Not going to lie. So, yeah. Not to say he is Eric Flowers. Don't get me wrong. But I still have confidence in this guy. But this was an ugly showing. And I kind of wish this game never happened. But unfortunately, it did. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I will talk to you guys with The Entertainer tomorrow, I think it is. So, tune into his channel for that one, The Entertainer. I'm sure you guys all know who he is at this point. But we'll be on his channel. Actually, no. Is it my channel? I forget. It might be my channel. Don't even hold me to that. But we'll post it on Twitter, one of us. So go ahead and check that out. We'll talk to you guys next time. And hopefully you enjoyed this video.